Hello guys, you are welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Noel and today is the 28th day of January 2025. So if this is your first time, if this is the first time you are visiting my channel, please kindly subscribe and do share this video as well. So I have been seeing several questions about language skills requirement to study at the University of Luxembourg. Although I have made a video about proof of English language skill for study programs at the University of Luxembourg, I still get several questions regarding language requirement. English language proficiency and the criteria for meeting the language proficiency requirement. So that's why I have decided to show you guys exactly where this information is at the University of Luxembourg website so that you can be able to see it, read it, and understand what it entails. By the way, admission procedure for 2025-2026 at the University of Luxembourg will commence in February 1st, 2025 until April 30th, end of April for non-EU applicants. So you have basically few days to the application opening day. So get your documents ready now and be ready for your application. So firstly, once this is the official website of the University of Luxembourg, once you type in the name of the university, you come to admission here, click here, and if you click here, you're gonna see a proof of language skills. Click there, and then you're gonna see proof of language skills. Then if you're applying for bachelor degree, if you're applying for a bachelor degree program, you click here. You see what is stated here. The first category is for students with a secondary school diploma obtained in Luxembourg less than 5 years ago. So if you obtain your secondary school diploma in Luxembourg less than 5 years ago, then all you need to provide as evidence of your language skill is secondary through high school certificate from a school at which the main language of instruction was the same as the teaching language of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg, and or official high school transcript, 2 final years of secondary school to prove proficiency in the teaching languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg, or internationally recognized language test certificate, not more than 2 years old, no more than 2 years old, to prove proficiency in the teaching languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg. Now, this is where I think most of you are who are applying from Africa or non-EU applicants. This is where you need to focus now. Now, the second category is this. For students with a secondary school diploma obtained outside Luxembourg or obtained in Luxembourg more than 5 years ago. So if you obtained your secondary school diploma outside Luxembourg, how can you satisfy this proof of language skills? One, you can provide a secondary or high school certificate from a school at which the main language of instruction was the same as the teaching languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg. For example, if you selected a program that is taught in English, you need to get a certificate that shows that you studied your high school in English. Now, pay attention here. For diplomas obtained outside Luxembourg, the graduation date needs to be within the last 2 years. This is where you have to pay attention. within the last 2 years at the moment of the candidate's application. For example, if you want to make your application for admission at University of Luxembourg, let's say on February 1st, 2025, at that time of your application, this your high school certificate should not be more than 2 years old. Otherwise, you have to provide internationally recognized language test certificates such as IELTS, no more than 2 years old to prove proficiency in the teaching languages. You see S in bracket, which means if you choose a program that is taught in English and French, you have to show evidence of language proficiency both in French and English. That's what it means. That's why you see that S in bracket of the selected study program at University of Luxembourg. Now I'm going to show you later on the list of language certificates accepted by the University of Luxembourg because I see lots of questions on this. That's why I have chosen to make a second video where I will show you exactly where this was outlined clearly in simple, detailed fashion at the University of Luxembourg website. Now, if you are applying for a master program, what do? This is what you need to do. For master's program here, you can satisfy the language proficiency requirement by uh, showing that you have a university degree satisfying the completion of a program in which the main language of instruction was the same as the teaching languages of the selected study program at the University of Luxembourg. For example, if you are applying for a master's degree that is taught in English language, okay, you need to also show that basically that your first degree certificate is also taught in English language. Now, pay attention here, very important. The graduation date of the diploma needs to be within the last 2 years at the moment of the candidate's application. If this condition is not fulfilled, the candidates must deliver a language certificate. See below. You have to provide either IES or other acceptable language certificate by the University of Luxembourg. I'm going to show you the list of language certificates accepted by the University of Luxembourg. Okay? It now says here, for students for whom two languages are the official administrative languages of the country and who have completed their entire education in one of these two languages, a language certificate is not required for the language that served as the medium of instruction and examination for obtaining the last diploma. However, a language certificate will be necessary for the second language if it is also required for admission to any of our programs. For example, it says here, Canadian candidates from Quebec having followed their studies in French would require a language certificate for a master's degree taught in English. Cameroonian candidates having followed their studies in English would require a language certificate for a master's degree taught in French. Okay, is that clear? So now let's go to the acceptable language certificate by the University of Luxembourg. Let's go for English. For English, you can provide Educational Testing Service ETS. These are TOEFL IBT, Internet-Based Test of English as a Foreign Language, TOEFL Essentials. These are the list of acceptable languages under Educational Testing Services ETS. Under Cambridge English Assessment / British Council, these are the acceptable language test certificates by the University of Luxembourg, IES, ESO, B1 Preliminary, formerly known as Cambridge English Preliminary PET, FCE. All these are the certificate that the University of Luxembourg will accept under Cambridge English Assessment / British Council. Okay, Don't forget to check individual courses for specific cutoff point for each of these language certificates. For French, these are the acceptable language test certificate. As you can see here, TCF, DELF, DALF. For German, these are the acceptable language test certificate, right? As you can see here, right? So this is what you need to pay attention to, especially the fact that you have to make sure it's not more than 2 years old at the time of your application, whether it is your formal degree you want to use as a proof or the language certificate that you want to use. It must not be more than 2 years at the time of your application. I hope this is clear now so that you guys will know the requirement for language skills certificate if you want to study at the University of Luxembourg. Please make sure you get it as soon as possible because admission opens in February 1st, 2025. I wish you all the very best. Make sure you have a robust motivational statement, apply on time. Any skill that you have that will enhance your chances, put that in your CV and also explain that in your motivation statement. The University of Luxembourg is a highly competitive university, one of the best in Europe, and very affordable tuition fees. So you have to work so hard to find yourself at the university. But it's worth the effort. If you do the right thing, if you're consistent, if you work hard and follow the procedure seamlessly, and crossing every T and dotting all the I's, just might have a chance to get admitted at the University of Luxembourg. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to ask me questions regarding this video and several of my videos. I have several fantastic videos of universities in Europe, especially the University of Luxembourg and Luxembourg. So you can drop your question below the comment section. I will always try my best to respond to every question asked in my channel. Remember, you have the power to bend reality and create your own future. I am the Human Investor. Thank you and see you soon.